What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. I finally finished my log cabin. I think I procrastinated on this thing for a few months, and we're going to take a look inside and out. There's a little bit of an interior. First up, we've got a Clint siding. He's waving at us. You'll notice I used those printed tiles, and it kind of got expensive. I think those are like 44 cents a piece on the Lego website. Yeah, there's over 100 of them. It's a pretty simple math there. So let's take a look and see what else is here. Got a really cool entrance. And one of the biggest things I wanted to do was add this little skull that I found, but I wanted to have this different shaped roof. I'm using kind of a standing seam metal roof that you'll notice is shorter here, kind of jets out, makes this whole area covered from the elements. And it's just sitting on there. So we're going to take a look inside. The other thing is a chimney. I'm really happy with the way the brickwork is on that. I'll flip this around in just a second as well. You'll see we're just on a bigger, and it's just all plates. There's not any base plate or anything. What I'm going to do is landscape around it. It's going to go on the farm, and I'll show you that as well too in just a little bit. Got a couple custom trees I've been working on. So that's in the works. One of the things that, when I displayed this up at the St. Louis Brick Convention, if you met me there, that's awesome. If you saw this, well, here it is again. One of the things that I got asked was to winterize this thing. So I'll put some snow on the edges and put some icicles and stuff hanging around. And I'm going to display it at the Our Lady of Snows. I don't even know what it's really called. There's a Christmas tree and lights over in Collinsville, Illinois, and it'll be there from Thanksgiving until New Year's. So as you can see, there's my chimney. Pretty happy with it, and yeah, that does something. There's a light brick in there. The reason I left this looking odd is because I've already got a back porch on my farm, or back deck, so I didn't need to build another one. Now you can see the one line there, so this second floor is right here. All right, let's see, what do we need to do? Oh, if you, a couple years ago, were into Lego and you bought Winter Village sets, Lego came out with one. And I have it right here. Here it is. Different color brown. It's more the medium, or the, what is that, dark orange. Well, Lego doesn't make these 1x4 ones in the reddish brown. They only make 1x2s and 1x1s. So that was an option. The other problem is Lego doesn't sell this piece on the Pick-a-Brick online or in stores. So I was really limited on colors, but you can see just from a size comparison how much bigger. I think this was $100, and it came with the outhouse and a couple other little Christmas tree and some other things. But just for a size comparison, we'll come up top. There you go. That's how much bigger my log cabin is. All right, we'll move that one out of the way. Yes, that's a Christmas tree in there. Now there's not a huge, I'll pop this off. Actually, that may just stay in there now. So our roof just comes off like that. How did I make it? I just used the hinge and clip pieces, and then we just ugly tiled over the seams, or plated over seams to where it stays solid. We're gonna leave that, and then the hard thing was the cutout for the chimney. I have a really nice, at least in my mind, chandelier. I'm happy with that for sure. We're using the candles. Okay. Looks like one of the minifigs has been using the toilet recently. We've got a little sink, just a little bit of a bathroom, one chair, treasure chest. Yeah, like I said, minimalistic interior. You can see the fireplace there. Let's try this. There we go. So just pushing down on that. We do have a light brick There you go. I think this had a light brick too, but who cares? All right, what else do we got in here? So, like I said, there's a bunch of those tiles in there, but it looks so much better. And yeah, inside and outside, you'll notice the grain is different directions. So we have, in theory, all-purpose outside decking. So that's what we're going to call that. That we're going to call hardwood. All right, here's the steps that go downstairs. Just a couple little decorations there. Nothing special. Okay. The way this comes apart, I can just pop the porch off. And yeah, these are just little planters, just to give a little bit of green color. So, pop it down in here. We have another fireplace. There's no light brick on that one. You see the couch that's turned around. I can take this whole thing off. I just really don't want to right now because over here, the stairs pop off. And it's a pain to put it back on. Now, if I decide to do a lighting kit, maybe put a light hanging from the ceiling here, using some of the lighting techniques that I've kind of learned, especially like this little thing that I've shown a couple times, the lighting box and some lights. I could do that and put a light up in there and have lighting in here, so that is an option. Oh yeah, there is a bed. Way over there, you can see it's like right there. Nothing special, just a little bed. And then nothing over there. But that is an option. I thought about doing the chandelier too, because if I light that up, if you look right in through there with the roof on, like so, yeah, it should light it up and look pretty good. Let me know what you think. All right, what else do we have for this? Now, somebody asked me, how come you don't just do stonework on the corners, like I've done on my other buildings? Well, that's not a log cabin then. It would just be a log-sided house. So I needed the logs interchanging to really look like a log. And see, here's the black for the different floors, which, yeah, it's really noticeable until you put the stairs, or the stairs, until I put the decking back and pop it back in, then it's not as noticeable. I gotta fix the roof. But, like I said, this isn't gonna go, I'm not gonna do any more landscaping around it because I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the farm. And here's the farm. There's the deck that we've already got made. I think I've counted the studs right to where it's just going to fit in there and not have to move the deck and just move the house. I know there's going to be issues, but the farmhouse here, it's going to go away. The farmer's been doing really well. He's upgrading to a new house, and in Lego fashion, we're just going to take one out and put a new one in overnight. So that's where that's going. In the meantime, and this will happen probably in 2026, because like I said, that cabin's going to go to the Our Lady of Snows Tree of Lights display, be inside a Lego display with a bunch of other Lego sets from the Gateway Users Group, Lego Users Group for St. Louis. They're displaying a bunch of stuff, so yeah, it's going to be one of my first displays with them. And coming up the road to the farm, there's what our farm looks like. So that's where the cabin's going to be. It's over there. If you guys like it, let me know. Let me know if you have any other questions, and check out my other farm videos. We've got all kinds of stuff here, along with stuff for the Lego City. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.